Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nightmare Toys podcast. This is episode 118. I am Brian, and with me is
Christy.
And this week we are talking about the new movie, The Exorcism.
Yeah. Another exorcism movie with Russell Crowe.
With Russell Crowe.
First off, do you know the backstory to this movie? Because someone...
Yes.
Okay, so you do.
Yes.
Because someone had to tell me the backstory and why it's out now, and I was like, oh. So
Yeah.
you tell everybody the backstory.
So
of
the
this
movie is done by Joshua Miller, who a lot of people don't know his father is Jason Miller, who was in The Exorcist. A lot of people also don't know his stepbrother is Jason Patrick.
Oh, nice.
So, Josh, he was an actor before, going behind the camera. He did Near Dark and Class of 1999.
Love that movie.
But the whole movie is his experience watching his father make The Exorcist. So, I think that was the biggest issue, is people didn't like them remaking The Exorcist.
Right. But it's not really a remake. But
It's not really it's about them making their version of The Exorcist.
Right. So what I had heard is that it was actually made like 4 years ago, and it didn't get no one liked it, so they didn't put it out. And then he did Pope's Exorcist, that got somewhat good reviews and got whatever. So they decided to put this movie out, and I guess it was originally called The Georgetown Project,
Yep.
which is what the movie's called inside the movie. But I guess
movie.
this movie was actually called that. Somebody said they couldn't do that or something.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to make a documentary.
Yeah. And then, like I said, Pope's Exorcist came out with Russell Crowe, and they're like, oh, okay, well, that did good, so let's go ahead and put this movie back out. Let's rename it The Exorcism to go with that, and to trick people into thinking, okay, well, this movie will have something to do with Pope's Exorcist. But it doesn't.
No, it has nothing.
It does not. It's a huge... And I was wondering, why would they put out two, Exorcist-type movies with Russell Crowe, kind of close? I mean, I know the Pope's Exorcist came out last year, but it's still close, in time. So, yeah, so I thought that. So when somebody else explained that to me, I was like they did that on purpose.
No,
that's what was explained to me.
I don't think it was done on purpose. I think it was just, at the time, no one cared about the possession-type movies. But then, I don't know what brought it all back, because then we got, a streamline of, possession-type movies.
Exorcist type stuff, church stuff. Yeah.
So, no, I didn't hear that it was made years prior.
Well, that's what somebody told me. That was the story they told me, that it was actually made 4 years ago, and it didn't get shot because no one, the test reviews or whatever, no one liked it, so they didn't do it. And then now that the Pope's Exorcist came out with that, and Russell Crowe being in that, let's put it out and let's call it this to go along with that and to make people think. And
yeah,
a lot
but
of
people still didn't like it. So
right. Oh, I know.
So I mean, if
but
that
I
was
do
the
know
case,
a lot of people thought that it kind of went with it or something at first, because Philip asked me that, and I thought at first, I was like, well, this is going to go with that or something, but it doesn't at all.
I knew he was that he tried to do a documentary, but no one wanted to pick it up. So then he was told, hey, why don't you try and turn it into a movie? Because they had that documentary series about cursed films on Shudder.
Right.
Very good series. And this was kind of his experience watching his father make The Exorcist.
Right.
So, and there are, scene for scenes, copies of...
Well, the set... within... So they're filming the movie within this movie.
Yes.
The set that they used for their movie, though, was the rooms were pretty
the
close.
Georgetown house.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of it was pretty similar with that. So, and I thought that was pretty cool. The whole set, that was neat looking.
Mm-hmm.
I thought. Well, tell everybody kind of what this is about, though.
So it is about an actor who's trying to, I don't want to say rebrand, but
he's just trying to come back.
He's trying to get a comeback, and an accident happens on the set, and he's offered the part. And then once they start filming, weird things start to happen, and you know how the rest goes.
Well, he is possessed. by the demon within their movie, though.
Yeah.
So the name of the demon in their movie that they're doing, this is the demon that he's possessed by.
Which he had the painting of in the house.
I guess.
There was a few paintings of the demon around the set.
I guess I wasn't paying attention to that. But yeah. So he becomes possessed by that. And then like all the other actors that were for the priest role, they all died. Like something happened to them. So, because like at the very beginning of the movie, I guess that was the actor.
Adrian's character was originally the priest.
Right, and he was kind of going through and doing his lines and and then all of a sudden the whole neck thing. That I thought that was kind of cool though. Like the crunch of you can hear the crunch of his neck, and he, I don't know, what would you call, like he, I don't know, he did something to his neck. So that was,
he snapped his neck.
Yeah, kind of snapped his neck in a way. It was more of like a crunch kind of a thing, and then but that was kind of cool. So yeah, it seemed like the other actors that were trying to be that role were dying, but yet he actually became possessed.
Yeah.
But he had his own demons from his past. So really this movie is more about him and the dynamic between him and his daughter.
Yeah, because it is also about, reconciling and owning your mistake, which for Crow is kind of nail on the
head thing,
nail on the head, because he himself had addiction issues and substance abuse issues,
right,
which derailed his career,
right,
and now he's slowly coming back onto the scene,
right. And this one, he had alcohol problems and stuff
because
the mom I guess had cancer and passed away, and that's what made him have an alcohol and drug problem and whatever problems he had between him and the daughter, because they show the daughter coming back home from somewhere
because she got suspended,
right,
or expelled.
So so a lot of it is really the dynamic in the story between them two.
Yeah,
and he's just trying to get back to acting, and all
he's trying to reconnect with her, and she's very off-puttish,
and she has reason to be, though, because he was an asshole. But my thing, and basically, it's about that. I mean, their relationship and what happens, and he becomes possessed, and they're filming this movie and all that. But my thing is, they really don't. They don't really explain it, though. Like they don't explain it really. Like how did a demon that's supposed to be in a movie be like for real though? Like why is all that happening? Like I mean, I know it's because they were filming The Exorcist, but
well, I mean, do they really explain it on the rest of the movies? I mean,
some stuff, yeah.
I mean, the demons just kind of show what happened. You mess with religion, you're going to get bit in the ass with it,
right?
So that's on the tail with all possession movies.
I also think that since he had so many demons is why the demon possessed him, and you kind of find out that he was an altar boy when he was a kid, and something obviously had happened between him and a priest when he was a kid. You find that out too, because he talks about that, and that's a demon in him. And so I guess that's the reasoning, just because he was an altar boy is the reasoning at the end of the movie that he can get rid of the demon. Because see, that was a little odd to me too. I'm like, but he's not actually a priest, he's just an actor.
No, but he's found
able
his
to say
faith again,
right, because he used to be an altar boy,
yeah.
So he found his faith again in the moment, and he was able to exorcise the demon out of the actual priest.
Yeah,
I wanted that whole thing to be while they're filming the movie, though, and it wasn't that. It was a whole other... Although they're on the movie set when it happens, and, but I thought maybe within them filming the movie, that would happen, but that's not how it played out. Like in the middle of the movie, when they finally see him first time, and they're filming, but then he comes down and does the whole contortion thing, that always happens in these types of movies, possession movies, and it's scary and it's crazy. Like, and that was during them filming. So I thought that the whole ending of the movie would be like during the filming of the movie too, but it's not.
No, but I also think part of it, his emotions kind of did it too, because you could tell he's getting frustrated with himself because he knows he could do better, but then the director, who comes off as a total douchebag, keeps like embarrassing him and belittling him in front of the crew. And
he kind of did it in front of the crew one time.
I think at that point, that's where the demon just takes full control, and it's like, that's enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, the director knew his past and knew what he had been through, and he would sit there and tell him, yeah, you're an alcoholic piece of so use that in your acting. And then he brought up the whole thing with the priest when he was a kid to get him upset and to really act out his stuff. So another thing, though, one thing that was not shocking but kind of like was when he was in full possession. He really said some really awful, nasty things, like really nasty things, like to his daughter. So there's a lot of hurtful, nasty things that's being said. That was, like I said, a little bit shocking, I guess. I was like, dang, kind of went there. So that was okay, but I don't know. What do you think about the movie?
I don't know. So it definitely has a lot of flaws going against it, which is, I don't think Russell Crowe was the right person for this movie. And I think it really was them just trying to piggyback off of the Pope's Exorcism that actually did good. Right. Whereas this one didn't. It's a bomb. It really is. But I think another issue is it's an R-rated movie and not a lot happens in it. Other than the scene with Sam Worthington at the makeup table, there's nothing in the way of, like, a lot of these people want like disturbing scenes and they just don't deliver on it.
Well, for me, like I just said, though, the part where he comes out and he goes back and he's contortions and all that's happening, to me, I thought that was probably... It's not something we haven't seen before, but that's probably one of the most disturbing scenes in it. That, and then when he, the other actor that was about to take over for him, because they were about to fire him, and when he's possessed.
Sam Worthington.
Okay, that's him. Yes. Okay, and that what you're talking about with the whole shard in his eye thing. Yeah, that was probably that, and those two things.
Yeah, so
we're probably the only.
So between that and then, really the whole wokeness behind like some of the characters. Like, I think people are just sick and tired of, having stuff forced on them.
I guess, yeah.
Like, with the daughter's character, it ends up coming out, that she's gay, along with the actress. And it's like, you don't need to have that stuff in the movie. Like,
I guess
they're just trying to appease to everyone.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to build, like she's just trying to build a friendship with her, and I don't know.
Yeah, but then, like, they become lovers, and it's like, do you really need that in the movie? I mean...
I don't know, it didn't bother me, no.
Oh, no, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I know, like, a lot of people are sick and tired of seeing it.
Yeah. Well...
To where, political issues and all this other stuff is just kind of forced in movies now.
Well, that's... Yeah, I get it, and that's what they're doing now. So,
I mean, it could have just been, the daughter's just there to, to be back home because she has nowhere else to go. And they could have just left it at that.
But they couldn't have left it at that, Brian, because they wouldn't have much of a movie. Because half of the movie is the dynamic between the dad and the daughter.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying like that, but I mean like her relationship with the actress and all that. Like, they didn't need that.
Well, no, I guess it didn't need it, but it was just showing the friendship between the two.
Yeah, I know. But then they're also just repeating scenes that we've seen in other possession movies, the contortions, the whole blackout eyes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess though that's what we're gonna get a lot. I mean, because that's just what possession movies are. It's just the same. Slasher movies, it's the same thing over again. Ghost movies, same thing over again. Found footage movies, same things over again. I mean, it's just the MO for possession movies, I guess. It wasn't all exciting and scary.
No.
I think I like Pope's Exorcist better.
Like, this is something that could have been PG-13.
Yeah, it could have been PG-13.
and not R. And the only reason it got the R rating was because of the language throughout the movie.
Yeah. Like I said, he says some really nasty things.
Yeah. So, I don't know if them having Kevin Williamson on there was, their thought that, oh, we could, get more people to see it with his name attached. Because it really didn't, like, if Kevin was involved with this, I don't know, like, he should have said something like, hey, this just isn't working.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of the movie, though. I like the idea of them filming an Exorcist movie within the movie and things happening. There's just, like you said, it's just not.
They didn't execute it well.
Yeah. I didn't like the ending.
No, the ending was very rushed.
It was rushed. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And then, I don't know, I still, even though Russell Crowe was an altar boy and he found his faith all of a sudden to get rid of to do the exorcism, I just wasn't down with that. I don't know. I'm like, he's just a regular guy, though, still. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't like horrible. I don't think it was horrible.
It's not horrible. I don't think it's warranted to have the hate that it's getting.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the reviews are saying that it's unwatchable, which I don't think that was the case. It's just there was a lot of stuff that they thought would make it stand out that I guess kind of worked against them.
Yeah, I mean, we've already had, like you said, we've already had all these exorcism type movies come out that were really fantastic. So, like, Immaculate and all that. So, yeah, it's just another possession movie. I don't know. And Russell Crowe, and somebody said this to me, and I kind of have this feeling about him too. Like, somebody was like, I can't watch it because Russell Crowe just looks and seems creepy, and I just don't like his vibe. That's what someone said to me, and I'm like, okay. But I get that because I kind of feel like a creepiness looking at Russell Crowe. I'm sorry, Russell Crowe! But he just looks like, well, something I don't want to say, but I don't know. He just looks creepy.
I don't know. I don't think he has the star power that he once did.
Right.
Which is sad because a few of his movies that came out have been really good. Like Unhinged, he was great in. But then, when you have two exorcism type movies back to back, with you in it, and then you're going to have another one coming out, it's kind of...
What's the other one?
They're doing the sequel to Pope's Exorcist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it made money. That's why.
I don't think it made that much money, though, did it?
Yeah.
Oh. So, I mean, I don't think we need a sequel.
Well, that's Hollywood. They're going to give you sequels whether you like them or not.
Yep, they sure are. Remaking movies whether you like it or not.
Remaking it. So, I don't know. I mean...
I know. Me and you are both like, I just give it a 5. I'll just give it a mediocre 5, whatever.
I give it a 6. Like, it's definitely not unwatchable. There's a lot worse movies out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I would say wait for streaming. I don't.
I'll say this because someone said the opposite. I still would rather watch this movie than In a Violent Nature. That shit was boring. Sorry.
I would say
somebody to me said that somebody that doesn't like In Violent Nature either said they would rather watch In Violent Nature than this. So I'm not me. I'm the opposite. I can't stand to watch boring walking for 30 minutes.
I would rather watch this again than the last Exorcism movie or Exorcist movie. The Exorcist Believer.
Believer? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would rather watch Exorcism again.
All right. I like the first Omen. I liked it. I really enjoyed that one. And it went right along with The Omen. I don't know. Okay. So, I guess we're just 5 and 6. There we go.
5 and 6. So, go see it if you want to. It's probably not going to last in theaters much longer.
Probably not. No, it's nothing I want to buy. I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it. Maybe rent if you really want to see it. But like I said, I would wait for it to go on, like, whatever streaming service it'll go on.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah. Which is sad because I still saw it for free, and even then I'm like,
So another movie that came out, The Bike Riders. That one had the Nosferatu trailer attached to it because what few people I told that I watched The Bike Riders, all they wanted to know, what'd you think of the trailer for Nosferatu? They didn't even ask about the movie. They're like, what'd you think of the trailer? And I'm like...
Yeah, the trailer is out on YouTube now.
Yeah.
It came out on Monday, which I thought, that's kind of shitty that you say, oh, the only way to see it is, go see Bike Riders. And like, so you let the movie play for 3 days and then you put it online? Like,
yep.
I would have waited at least a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So what is your reaction to that trailer? Because people can be very surprised when I say mine.
I will, and I told you, it looks very artsy. Like, you could tell it's by the guy that did The Witch.
And I hate that movie.
So I know you're going to hate Nosferatu then at the same time. I don't want to. It is very much a period piece movie.
Yes.
The actors, some of the actors I'm not the biggest fans of. Like Nicholas Hoult, who is one of the main characters, who was just in Renfield. I'm not very fond of his work. Lily Rose Depp, I never saw her TV show. I didn't hear a lot of good things about it. But, I mean, I can't really pick what actors get in. I will say I do like that they did not show Orlok. And
yeah.
Like, you kind of only see his silhouette, but you don't actually see him, like, full on, which I kind of appreciated.
Yeah.
The fact that they're keeping it a secret until I know...
Well, they should.
Some jackass magazine is going to show a picture of him, like, front and center to promote the movie.
No, I don't want to see him until I watch the movie.
I think that's the best course, is don't show him until
I think so, too. Because now let me tell you my reaction. And when I've told the people that have asked me, because they're so excited to know my opinion, and I tell them my opinion, they're like, oh, I thought it looked boring as hell. And I didn't even realize it was the Nosferatu thing. Like, we were watching it, and it's all I'm thinking, like, okay, well, this movie looks boring. Like, okay, whatever. And then right at the very end, Nosferatu. I was like, oh, okay. That was my reaction. So I'm going to watch it before anybody freaks out. Don't worry. I do like the fact that it comes out at Christmas time, though. I think it'd be an interesting period piece, hopefully spooky, good movie at Christmas. So I'm okay with it coming out at Christmas. I like that, actually.
I think it's a nice change because it gives something different around the holiday season. Right. Normally you get all the, award contenders that start coming out then, but a lot of people don't remember that Scream came out at Christmas.
Right.
And it did phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So, there's...
I just thought it looked boring from the trailer. Sorry, everybody.
Which I
That's not the answer everybody wanted me to give.
I had a feeling you were going to be...
But I am truthful.
I knew you were going to be like, oh, God, not one of these. I'm like, it's a period piece. She's going to hate it. Like, full on. I already know.
But because it's Nosferatu, I'm going to watch it, though. Yeah. So, we'll see. All right, well, moving on, news. We will be doing a 4th of July sale, in-store and online.
Yes.
15% off like 15% usual. Off. But in-store, we will be closing at 5 o'clock that day, though.
Yes. It is the only way I can make it out of the city.
Right. Yes. So 4th of July, what is the Thursday in it?
It's a Thursday, but starting
Thursday.
like 4:30, they start shutting down everything in the city.
And it's a pain. So we're gonna go ahead and just close early that day at 5 o'clock. So just so everybody knows, whatever. But we will. The sale's still for in-store and online though. And that's really about it. We don't have much other things going on. We're working on signings, but we're working on signings for later on after the summer though.
Yes.
So we won't have any for June, July, August. That's too hot. So hopefully September will be a next signing. We'll see what happens with that. And I think that's it. There's going to be, I would like to say this too really quick. There will be 2 weeks in July. The 2nd and 3rd week of July that me and Philip will be gone. We are going on a motorcycle vacation motorcycle trip for 2 weeks. So we will not be doing the podcast for 2 weeks, or I won't be doing my live show. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
I'm going to be gone.
Because you're going to be gone.
End of July.
That's right. Because you're going to be leaving. So so pretty much in July.
I'm finally going on a vacation.
Yes, you are. You're going to Hawaii.
I'm going
He's going to Hawaii at the end. So when we get back, then he leaves. So that's right. We won't be doing it for 3 weeks.
So maybe we just take July off.
We'll come back
from
next
the
week.
podcast.
We'll come back next week.
Where are we going to do next? Oh, are we going to do that Blood Killer movie I sent you?
I don't know.
That comes out on Tubi?
I don't know. I didn't see.
So, what? I just literally sent you the trailer.
We can.
It's a movie called Bloodline Killer that comes on Tubi today. It's Halloween themed. And it has a really good cast.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, it has Shawnee Smith and Tyrese Gibson.
Oh, I'm down.
And yeah, it's about a killer that comes back years later to the same town.
Oh, let's do that movie.
Yeah, so it very much Halloween themed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that maybe next week, and then it'll starting the week after that is when we won't be here.
Because you're not seeing A Quiet Place this weekend like that.
No, I don't want to watch A Quiet Place. I'm not interested.
I don't think people will want to hear us talk about Horizon, even though that movie's going to be amazing.
Well, that's a Western. So I don't think people want to hear us talk about Westerns. We're about horror.
People need to expand.
And we need a really good Western horror.
Like what was it? Bone Hill Tomahawk?
Yeah.
Or Bone Tomahawk? Whatever it is.
That.
Yeah. There's not a lot of good Western horror movies, sadly.
Well, anyway, okay, so we'll do that next week. All right, cool. I guess that's about it then. You have anything else you want to add? We've been getting in some new stuff. We've been restocking on stuff.
Yes.
Waiting for more stuff to come in, so.
Just keep paying attention to the social medias.
Yep. And you just added a bunch of bags?
Add a bunch of tote bags.
Yeah, some tote bags that are really fun. So, yeah, cool. Just keep an eye on the website. All right, well, that's it.
That's it.
You got anything? Okay. Well, I guess we will see y'all next week. Y'all have a spooky day. Bye.